Today, we're diving into the AI revolution that's happening right now in customer service. And I mean, forget everything you think you know, the hold music, the endless phone menus, all of it. We're going to break down how artificial intelligence is completely changing the game, making support faster, smarter, and maybe, just maybe, an experience you won't actually dread. You've been there, we've all been there, right? You hear that all too familiar, kind of robotic phrase, "Your call is important to us." And then you're immediately put on hold for what feels like an actual eternity. It's pretty much the universal symbol of a frustrating customer service experience. But what if that entire feeling, that whole process, was about to become a thing of the past? Okay, so before we get to the AI-powered solution, let's just quickly touch on the core frustrations. The problems we all know way too well, because this is exactly what AI is being designed to fix. I mean, does any of this sound familiar? Having to repeat your name and account number to 3 different people, realizing you need help at 10 p.m., but of course they're only open 9 to 5, or getting a totally scripted, one-size-fits-all answer that doesn't even come close to solving your problem. And yeah, the classic, getting trapped in an endless phone menu. These are the exact pain points that have made customer service a total chore for decades. So what's the big promise here? Well, it's AI. And the idea isn't just about making things a little bit better, it's about a complete overhaul of the system to be faster, way more personal, and, you guessed it, always on. It really all boils down to 3 massive upgrades. First, you've got faster service. AI can handle the simple stuff instantly, so you're not waiting 20 minutes for a human to just reset your password. Second, personalized experiences. The AI knows your history with the company, so you don't have to start from scratch every single time you call. And of course, a huge one for businesses, it's incredibly cost-effective. This frees up the human agents to focus on the really tricky problems that actually need a human touch. And this is really the core of the whole transformation. We're moving away from a system that's just reactive, where you have to call with a problem, to one that's proactive, where issues can get fixed before you even know they exist. We're going from the old 9 to 5 schedule to true 24/7 availability. And we're leaving behind those generic, copy-paste answers for support that's actually tailored to you. So how does all of this work in the real world? It's not some magic wand. It's actually a whole suite of really powerful tools working together, behind the scenes. So let's meet your new support team. First up, you've got something called sentiment analysis. Now, this is where AI learns to understand how you're saying something, not just what you're saying. It can actually detect the frustration in your voice or in the words you're typing, and it can do it in real time. So here's what that looks like in practice. Imagine you're on a call, and the tone of your voice starts to get a little agitated. The AI picks up on that shift, and bang, it automatically flags the interaction. So before you even have to ask to speak to a manager, the system is already escalating your call to a human expert who can help. It's all about putting out fires before they get out of control. But what if the system could step in before you even get frustrated? That brings us to the next tool, and this one feels like something straight out of science fiction: predictive analytics. This isn't about solving problems you already have. It's about spotting patterns in data to prevent problems from ever happening in the first place. I mean, just think about that for a second. What if your internet provider could detect a little fault in the network on your street and send a technician to fix it before your connection ever even drops? That is the incredible power of being proactive, and it completely changes the relationship between you and a company. Okay, so far we've mostly talked about AI analyzing data and text, but the next really big wave in this whole revolution is about how we actually talk to it. We're moving beyond typing into chatbots. The future is conversational, which means, well, we're all going to be talking to a lot more machines. So how does a machine actually talk and listen? You can break it down into 3 simple parts. First, you have the ears, which is automatic speech recognition, or ASR. That just turns what you say into text. Then you have the brain, which is natural language processing, or NLP. That's the part that actually figures out what you mean. And finally, you've got the mouth, text-to-speech, or TTS, which creates the voice that talks back to you. Ears, brain, and mouth. That's basically your AI assistant. And why is voice becoming so important? Well, for one, it is a total game changer for accessibility. It also offers amazing hands-free convenience when you're driving or cooking or whatever. And let's be real, for most of us, talking is just way faster than typing on a tiny screen. It all adds up to a much smoother, more natural experience. Okay, so this brings us to the big question, the one that's probably on your mind right now.
If AI is getting this good, what does that mean for all the human agents?
Is this it? Is this the moment where the robots take over and we lose that human connection for good? It's a totally fair question.
But the answer, at least according to all the experts, is a pretty loud and clear no. The strategy here isn't about replacement, it's about collaboration.
And this idea really gets to the heart of it. Always maintain a human in the loop. Because, look, while AI is amazing at a lot of things, it just can't replicate real, genuine empathy. And it can't navigate those really complex, sensitive situations that require a human's understanding. So the future looks a lot more like a partnership. You let the AI handle all the repetitive, routine stuff, the password resets, the order tracking, the data analysis. And that frees up the human experts to focus on what they do best, solving really complex problems, showing empathy, and making those nuanced judgment calls that a machine just isn't built for. It's all about making humans better at their jobs, not replacing them. So, if we boil this whole thing down, what are the key takeaways? First, AI is flipping customer service on its head. It's becoming proactive instead of just reactive. Second, keep an eye on voice. It is the next major frontier. And third, and maybe most importantly, the future isn't AI or humans. It's a powerful partnership between AI and humans. So I'll leave you with this final thought. For so long, we've just accepted that customer service is going to be a bit of a hassle. But what if all of this technology, working together perfectly, could make the whole experience truly, completely effortless? That's the future that AI is promising.